Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, Wike's presence in Abuja has been felt by all and sundry. That's talking about the FCT minister. And from all indication, the people cannot tolerate the level of demolition that is going on. We have multiple cases in court right now as a result of the demolition notices and some places that have already been demolished. And this time around, very top influential people are now in the forefront of a protest, the likes of Deji Adeyanju, and who's a very strong lawyer, and even the Verydarkman. All of them are on the street, and they said no to this. And you're going to hear exactly where this time around the demolition is taking place. So many people have lost their houses, and it's really unexplainable at this point. Let me give you full details of what is going on right now in Rivers State. According to the news, the resident of Roga, a settlement along Airport Road, Abuja, took to the streets on Friday to protest the demolition of their houses by FCT Minister Wike. It has been reported that Wike had previously ordered a task force operation sweep to demolish Roga and other communities within the nation's capital to clear the city of perceived nuisances and criminal activities. Leading the demonstration, renowned lawyer and activist Deji Adeyanju, alongside with Vincent Martin Ose, popularly known as Verydarkman, said the demolition was carried out with malicious intent. Adeyanju expressed concern, stating that the task force burned many houses and destroyed properties worth millions of naira. He urged President Tinubu to consider the plight of poor Nigerians who had been driven from their homes in Borno and other northern states due to insecurity in the region. Adeyanju's word, and I quote, said, "There is no justification for this demolition. We are using this medium to appeal to the president to consider the plight of the displaced residents who are barely surviving. Most of the residents here were forced out of their homes in Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe due to insecurity. Most of them are artisans trying to make a living. These demolitions are excessive, and Mr. President needs to act to prevent further harassment of the people. We are sounding a warning to those in government that peace is only achievable. The poor are allowed to live peacefully. When the poor cannot sleep, it affects everyone. Tinubu should call Wike to order and stop him from demolishing people's homes and relocating the land to rich people. There is no justification for demolishing these homes and allocating them to the rich. There is no overriding public interest here because the community is far from the main road." On his part, Ose, that Verydarkman, stated, and I quote him, said, "This is strange. The repercussion of this will have a heavy toll on Abuja. This area that has been demolished is not near the main road. These people have been rendered homeless amid the ongoing hardship in the country. They are evicting these people without compensating them. It is sad that the elite think the poor are not part of the society." Oh my God, this is quite serious. Looking at what has been going on thus far since Bola Tinubu came on board. I think one of the things that the president would have made Nigerians to understand, as he stood there and said, "Subsidy gone," that's the same thing he would have said to those who are, below the class of the elites. Possibly would have declared that Abuja for the elite, the poor gone, something like that, so that everybody would know. Waking up, owning a house, and all of a sudden you are being stripped of it is one thing that cannot be explained. Few days ago, we also heard about a particular man who acquired as much reasonable acres of land, and for some reasons best known to the FCT minister, he demolished everything, and the man, through his lawyer Kalu, told Nigerians that the land, huge hectares of land, was going to be sold to foreigners for as little as 30 billion naira. Though I know that 30 billion is not a small money, but according to the information made available, the lawyer said his client has already spent as much as 200 billion naira. It's not just happening in Rivers State, not just happening in Abuja. We've heard multiple of such cases even in Lagos State. It is becoming too rampant and nobody is enjoying it again. How can you be stripping people at a time like this? Now the new administration will come on board again and you'll be shocked. The same thing will be happening everywhere because like I always say, if it happens now and you set out a pattern and the government and the law does not frown at it, new government as it come on board, we will see cases whereby Abuja will go beyond just the rich to the elite. And very soon, what we'll be hearing is the most elite. And after a while, the colonizing elites will come in. And before we know, Abuja will be for foreign because we are going to see skyscraper being brought down for some unexplainable reason. And it makes us, the most shocking aspect of this is that some of those people who are suffering all of this, they have C of O. C of O is now paper in Abuja. Haba. This is not how it should be. If you want them to return back to their own hometown, Brano, mention it, Nasarawa and all of that, then focus on restoring peace in those areas. But guess what? Everyone have that legitimate right to settle wherever they feel like settling. This is totally wrong. And I feel that at this point, everybody should join their voices together to curtail what may be quoted as some administrative madness or which is going on right now, especially in Abuja and in other states in Nigeria. We are not even through with the case of Lagos Calabar so-called road, which goes Star Road, which is for me very unnecessary wild elephant project because number one, we already have an existing road from Lagos down to Calabar, and those roads are not good. There is a lot to be done there. Why don't you make it comfortable enough for Nigerians to travel through it and then put enough securities there than to begin to break people's houses from one point to the other? Up till today, we don't know the head, the tail of it, and it's affecting people. Just imagine people who brought out reasonable amount of money to say, let me put on landed properties, and some of them have built estates, and those estates, billions of naira has gone into it. Only for one person to wake up and because of the fact that all land belongs to the government, you're stripping everybody of it. And come on, this is not how it should be. And I want to use this opportunity to thank Deji Adeyanju and every other person who is doing. But I don't think that these are the only two people whose voices should be heard in this kind of issues. There should also be some other very influential people who would join the queue, to register their displeasure over what is happening in Abuja. Kaba, is it because of politics that we are behaving or because of money? Now, this is not even the crux of the matter. If you want to change the narrative of this country, that is not how to change it. That is the step of a man who is an illiterate in economics of nations. Because that's not the only way to get it done. If you want to get more money from the Nigerian people, that's not how to do it. Make the environment comfortable. Make sure you make it comfortable to a point that with our human resources, you can bring in different companies who come in. Imagine, we also heard that I think Julius Berger's land was revoked and is now used in building houses for the judiciary. Now, with that alone, it's enough for any other foreign investor who was intending to go into, investing, building factories in Nigeria to take a walk. Because I can assure you that this issue of demolition we are hearing in different places, they are some small and medium scale businesses who are being affected. Small and medium scale businesses. So many of them have been affected because you can't just tell me that those places are residential. There are a lot of people who have supermarkets there. There are people who have eating joints there. There are people who have restaurants there. Come on, give it a name. So many things have been done there business-wise, and those things are generating income. You can't tell me that they don't pay taxes, but you now decide because you want one time 80 billion. 80 billion. A time will come that you even start moving to other places. You start picking houses to, as far as you are not among the list of the elite. That's what will be going on. Nigerians should put a stop to this. Democracy is government of the people, for the people, and by the people. It is not government of the elite. And everybody who has been appointed to, take up any leadership position in Nigeria should realize very fast that you are not there to open up on your mean heart what you have as the content of your mean heart to Nigerians. You are there to work in accordance to the tenets of democracy, which is for you to deliver the dividend of democracy to the people of Nigeria. It is important. The elites shouldn't be the only ones to laugh. We all make up this country.